You know what's going on, everybody? Football season is back, college, pro, but we have the real football, the other football, however you want to say it. Like soccer on Guam is one of our most successful sports, and it's because of our friends at the Guam Football Association. Two of our very finest here, Coach Dominic Gadia and Ross Ewa, the technical director at GFA. Gentlemen, Apade, thanks for joining me.
Off of it.
Fade, thank you for having us, Jason.
All right, right. Well, and thank you guys for giving opportunities to island youth athletes, because there are our under 15 team and our under 23 team are headed over to China and Japan to play game. And as I understand it, Coach, the thing that makes this so significant is for a lot of these players, they're all local, and this is the first time they'll actually face international competition.
Yeah, that's correct. So the U15 squad is actually comprised of an all domestic group. A lot of these players have participated in our local club teams, and a few of them have been members of our U14 Academy program. We have 20 players in this squad, and they are all domestic here from the island of Guam.
Now, how do you prepare them, guys, for their first international trip, and when they play, somewhere else? Because I mean, it's one thing to say I'm going to drive down the street and DW takes on FD, or I may go play in in a different village. It's a completely different thing when the airfield is different, the lighting is different. You hear fans cheering for their own home country and everything. How do you prepare them for the impact that you have?
So I think the key thing is that we maintain high standards within the national team program. So within our environment, we try to mimic and we try to demand everything that's going to be required of them in international competition. But it all starts with the controllables. So making sure that they attend every training session, making sure that they're on top of their diets, they're hydrated, they're rested, they have all the sleep. So maintaining a lifestyle of a professional footballer is the one thing that we can have them mimic here in Guam. And that all transfers to international competition. There's no difference at the international level. It's just the consistency of players is almost 100% at the top level.
Yeah.
So
Ross,
we just...
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Ross, no, better than you about, assessing young talent and getting them ready for that next level of competition. So in terms of, the technical side of preparation for competition, how do you get our kids ready?
Yeah, so especially within our youth, just going off of what Dominic was mentioning, is providing them the right environment to develop and prepare for these kind of competitions and that kind of stuff. And I mean, even with the competition that they're preparing for, having them play against teams within here domestically that are a little bit higher than them, there's not a bit of a shock depending on the kind of opponents that they're facing.
Now, I mean, I find it so funny how the soccer community calls them like friendlies, because I've never actually been to a soccer game which was technically like friendly. I mean, guys and girls are always going at it. I mean, their A game is on from the jump. But this is actually an Olympic qualifying match, so they're really, really going to bring it to this.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, good, Dominic. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ross. Yeah. So for the U23 competition, it is a qualifier for the Olympics, and at this age group, many players are on their way, if not already professional football players. So at this point, it's a fine line between development and just being based on results. So at this point, it's starting to become strictly just results based.
And Ross, who are we facing when we go out there to play in the tournament? And what is the difference, stylistic differences in play, and what's the caliber of the nations we're facing?
Yeah, so they'll be playing against the likes of the host country, Vietnam, Singapore, and Yemen as well. Within those teams within Asia, they're quite developed in terms of and everything. And the things that we can expect is the level of play, the speed of the play as well, and insights of the various teams. But that doesn't take anything away from our team as well. Coach Dominic, who is our head coach for the U23s, has done his part along with the coaching staff to ensure that to par and able to compete as well within that level.
Now, of course, coach, you've been saying you've already talked about, nutrition, the mental preparation, the practice, the team chemistry, and the cohesion. They bought into your programming strategy. What now, on the precipice of actually heading into competition? How do you get everybody ready and say, like, we're about to do this, like, I need you guys like already. How do you get them?
How's that for Coach Dominic? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think one of the key messaging that I've been delivering to the players is trying to tie it back to everybody's individual aspirations first, and how in the long run it's for the betterment of all football on Guam and the future generations to come. So within this U23 squad, the older players, they have the opportunity to showcase themselves, to potentially be members of the Matau in the future. And then I have a mix of younger players who are actually still in high school. Next year, they have their main competitions for the under 20s. So this is an opportunity for them to gain international experience, which can help them be better prepared for next year's competitions. And then again, overall within the national team program, we're always instructing or educating players that what we do today actually benefits everybody that wears the shirt tomorrow.
But the tradition continues, and that is the best way. You hand down those lessons, and giving back is what means. And I think the fact that we've got like an all domestic team, as you said, Coach Dominic, is absolutely fantastic. Okay, and then Ross, let's wrap up with you. What is it? Tell me about the intangibles of having the athletic opportunity like this. Like about traveling together as a team, going over there and competing, and really getting a sense of you're representing your island community. What does this mean for the teams at the under 15 and then under 23 levels to be able to have that bond and take this experience away and work into their game?
Yeah, I think just overall within at least with the U15, I'll start off over there, is that this is a great opportunity for them to experience something new that they may not experience here on the island. Just some of them for maybe the first time traveling to another country that they're not familiar with, just experiencing cultures as well, but just understanding what it means to be an elite athlete. Right. So that overall that experience for them, but also what does it mean to be within such a great team environment under the coaching staff as well to kind of prepare them day in and day out, where their main focus there has been football. I mean, I'm sure they do have assignments, but how to learn how to gain those life skills and how to work on time management, balance all those different things as well. Now, going off with it comes a little bit different, where this opportunity comes off a little bit more. It's like, again, what Coach Dominic was mentioning about that performance, right? They're ready to compete. Is that elite environment where it's continuously studying the football, not just the on the pitch, but it's off the pitch too, and what they do as a collective unit. So
there you go. Okay, well, I'm big fans of both of the approach that both of you gentlemen in your program has taken and everything like that. We are cheering for you guys all the way here at KUN, and we know the entire island is behind you. And please tell the boys, we wish them all the luck.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Coach Dominic and Coach Ross over there at the Guam Football Association. Go Guam! As we're heading off island in the Olympic qualifiers. So guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.